Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our honored guests, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and Mrs. Kelly Johnson, members of the West Virginia delegation, Senator Joe Manchin, Senator Shelley Capito, Representative Alexander Mooney, Representative Carol Miller, Chief Randy Moore of the United States Forest Service, Mr. Jim Kaufman with the architect of the Capitol, and youth tree lighter Ethan Reese, fourth grade student from Randolph County, West Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jim Kaufman, Director of Capitol Grounds and Arboretum at the Architect of the Capitol.
Good evening. Welcome to the 59th Annual Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony at the United States Capitol. I am Jim Kaufman, Director of Capitol Grounds and Arboretum at the Architect of the Capitol. I am honored to be here this evening along with the Speaker of the House, Mr. Mike Johnson, to light the 2023 Capitol Christmas tree. We are also privileged to present this year's Youth Christmas Tree Lighter, Ethan Reese, from the Beverly Elementary School in West Virginia. Lighting the Capitol Christmas tree has been a festive tradition since 1964, and it's one we're glad to continue this year. We're delighted to have a Capitol Christmas tree that West Virginians and all Americans can be proud of. A lot of preparation and effort goes into finding the perfect Christmas tree for the U.S. Capitol. And I'm delighted to say that we made a beautiful selection this year, a 63-foot Norway spruce from the Monongahela National Forest in the Allegheny Mountains of West Virginia. The tree is from the Greenbrier Ranger District, home of the very first Capitol Christmas tree provided by the United States Forest Service in 1970. I'd like to thank the Forest Service for finding and providing the People's Tree over these many years. The tree is nicknamed Wathame Tekwi, which means bright tree in the Shawnee language. The name certainly rings true. Tonight, the tree will glow with thousands of LED lights and sparkle with handcrafted ornaments from the Shawnee tribe and communities across West Virginia. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge and thank my team here at the Architect of the Capitol and everyone who helped make this tree make the journey to the U.S. Capitol. We truly appreciate your efforts to keep this tradition alive. Thank you so much. Now, it's my privilege to welcome our distinguished guests this evening, our neighbors, and those of you visiting Washington, D.C. and joining the celebration this wonderful time of year at the United States Capitol.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Randy Moore of the United States Forest Service.
Good evening, Mr. Speaker, Senator Manchin, Senator Capito, and distinguished guests. My name is Randy Moore, and I'm proud to serve as the Chief of the U.S. Forest Service, where I have the responsibility to oversee management and protection of 154 national forests and grasslands across this great nation. For 53 years, 43 different national forests have had the privilege of providing the People's Tree, with a few forests having the honor to provide multiple times. In 1970, when this tradition started, it was the Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia that provided the first People's Tree. It was a 40-foot Norwood spruce. 6 years later, the Monongahela provided a 41-foot red spruce. Once again, they've stepped up to provide us this beautiful 63-foot Norway spruce behind me that grew in the wild and wonderful West Virginia mountains. The People's Tree label is fitting as it sits outside the People's House, our legislative branch and the center of our democracy. It's a symbolic gift to the people of every state in our nation. The People's Tree belongs to every American. It comes from the national forests and grasslands, the birthright of every U.S. citizen to enjoy. Thousands of people were involved in or touched by this tree's journey to D.C., with events in many different communities in West Virginia and Maryland. I also want to acknowledge and thank the many partners who worked together to deliver this year's Capitol tree in a collective effort over many months. The U.S. Capitol Christmas Tree program is made possible through partnerships like the ones we have with Choose Outdoors and with the presenting sponsor, 84 Lumber. I especially want to acknowledge the Shawnee tribe, whose name this year's tree, Wathane Tekwi, which means, as indicated, bright tree. Its name is a powerful symbol of the continued growth in the relationship between the Shawnee tribe and the Forest Service. This tree stands in honor of the ancestral people who are the first custodians of the lands entrusted to our care. Thank you for allowing me to celebrate the great work the USDA Forest Service is doing to serve the American people, and happy holidays.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Carol Miller, United States Representative from the 1st District of West Virginia.
Good evening, everybody. I am so excited to be here. I am a proud West Virginian and a proud American, and you all are surrounded this evening by West Virginians. Richwood, let me hear from you. How many are here from West Virginia? We are so delighted. This is the third tree that we have been able to donate to our United States Capitol. I want to thank Speaker Johnson. I want to thank the architect, all of the people, every bit of the staff that was able to help us to put this here today. We've talked about our ancestral Shawnee families who have guarded these beautiful trees through centuries in West Virginia. And so the fact that we can share with you one more time makes us so proud. We have such an abundance of natural resources in West Virginia, and we are just honored to share them all with you today. I don't have to tell you how tall this tree is or what it's made of. You see it, it is beautiful. God bless you. You are here to celebrate the reason of the season and the birth of our baby, Lord Jesus. And so God bless you all. I want you to have a wonderful Christmas, and thank you so much for being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Alexander Mooney, United States Representative from the 2nd District of West Virginia.
Thank you. I know it's cold, and when the wind blows like this, I take it as a reminder that God is in charge. But Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Congressman Alex Mooney, so I to represent the amazing people of West Virginia's 2nd Congressional District, including Randolph County and Elkins, where the Christmas tree's from. I want to welcome everyone from West Virginia who made it here to Washington for this special occasion, a tradition of more than 50 years, the lighting of the Capitol Christmas tree. West Virginia is blessed with some of our nation's most beautiful forests and amazing landscapes. As you may have heard, this is actually the 3rd time that West Virginia has provided the U.S. Christmas Capitol tree. But the last time the tree came to the Mountain State was 1976. So I want to thank the hundreds of West Virginian children and volunteers who provided 5,000 ornaments to decorate the tree. And I was pleased to see for the first time in history, West Virginia is also providing the White House Christmas tree down the street there, in addition to our Capitol Christmas tree. So a lot of West Virginia spirit in the air today. I look forward to admiring this gorgeous Christmas tree throughout the Christmas season. And I hope everyone here enjoys the wonder of Christmas. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Shelley Moore Capito, United States Senator from West Virginia.
Woo, everybody's bright. A little chilly out here today. But wow, I can feel the warmth of all of you as we start to celebrate the season and certainly my fellow West Virginians. Mr. Speaker, it's wonderful to be here with you and my Senator Manchin, Congressman Miller, and Congressman Mooney. It's wonderful to show our appreciation for our state, the Mon Forest, and everybody who works there, Randolph County, where this tree was harvested, and all of the folks who have traveled with it. For those of you who don't know, this tree has probably traveled more miles in West Virginia than some of the rest of us. It's been all over the state, greeted by many, many West Virginians. I'm thankful for everybody at the staff at the Mon National Forest that's put this together. The lumberjacks, Arden Koger Jr. and Ron Polgar. Interestingly, I believe Arden's father had harvested the first tree that came here in second tree in 1976. So I'm appreciative of the truck drivers that brought the tree here in all its glory. I'm really pleased that the Ridgewood High School Band, the Thundering Lumberjacks, are here. They're probably freezing over there, but thank you all for coming. It's wonderful to see you. We're going to get to hear from Ethan Reese, the pride of West Virginia, the pride of Beverly Elementary. His fourth grade class is here. Let's hear it. The fourth grade. There they are. There they are. As Alex mentioned, the 5,000 ornaments that were placed on the tree are made by West Virginians and West Virginian youth with a lot of help from the West Virginia Extension Service. So there's no doubt that West Virginia is a very proud state today, as we are every day. As we celebrate the beauty of this tree and this beauty of this setting, we have to realize that this is an evidence of the pride that we have, not just in our country, in our state, but also in the seasons that we have. West Virginia is just one big small town, as those of you who are not from West Virginia here will realize tonight. We hold our communities with great value, we take care of one another, and we hope only the best. So with that, I want to say thank you all very much for coming. Thank you very much for giving us, as West Virginians, the opportunity to show ourselves off and the beauty of our state. As Chief Moore said, this is wild in West Virginia at its best. God bless you all and Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Joe Manchin, United States Senator from West Virginia.
First, let me say thank you to all of you who've been so diligent in making this happen, to Chief Randy Moore and Architect of the Capitol, Brett Bland, for working every year to bring this occasion to all of us. To U.S. Speaker Mike Johnson, his wife Kelly, thank you for having us. We appreciate very much being here with you. Hey, this is a big deal for West Virginia. I want you to know I'm proud, very proud, to be here with Shelley and Alex and Carol. It's really special. I appreciate very much them. It's been talked about the Koger family. They are the lumberjack family of West Virginia. Trust me, from the beginning to the end, they're world champions, and we're proud of them too. To Ron Polgar, absolutely, for what he's done in harvesting the tree. Those who transported it here, all the work that's gone into it. The WVU Extension 4-H youth and volunteers that made thousands of ornaments as we talk for this, and also for everything from the Capitol to the delegation. All of us are so proud that you are here. But most importantly, for all of you West Virginians who have traveled, God bless you and thank you, because I know you're as proud as we are of all of the band being here, Ethan and the entire family, for what they have been able to do. The band is led by band director Greg James, who played this very ceremony 47 years ago. Greg? Where's Greg? Right there. 47 years ago, he was here to play in the band with this ceremony. The guest of honor is Ethan Reese. There's Ethan. You'll be hearing from him later. He's pretty special, I can tell you that. There was 400 entrants into this contest, and Ethan was number one, so we're so proud of him. And finally, to all the Americans that are here today and watching at home, we're so glad to be part of this wonderful holiday tradition. As both Chairman of Energy and Natural Resources Committee and one of the senators from our great state of West Virginia, it is truly an honor to be here and highlight the contributions of wild and wonderful West Virginia. 3 trees this year, Alex. We had one more we missed, okay? We had this one here for the National Grounds. We have basically the one at the White House. And the USDA, Department of Agriculture, was running a little bit low. They had to call us for the 3rd. We brought that one in too. So we got 3 trees here. First National in 1970, as you know, and Mr. Koger, his father, was in 1976. and it's just been a special time. But let me just say this. This has special meaning. This is a blessed time that we start the season. It truly is. And God has basically blessed America, but given us this day to be able to start the blessed season. I've always said this, if you can count your blessings, you can share your blessings. And start counting them today and start sharing them today for this wonderful season. We gather around the people's tree, a symbol of our country's strength, endurance, opportunity, and unity. Let us come together in the spirit of the people's tree and bring these patriotic principles into the new year. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a joyful holiday season. God bless you. God bless our troops. God bless West Virginia. And may God continue to bless the United States of America. And now, please join me in welcoming the pride of Richwood, West Virginia, Greg James and his Lumberjack Express.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Richwood High School Band, the Lumberjack Express, under the direction of Mr. Greg James from Richwood, West Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Mike Johnson, Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, and Mrs. Kelly Johnson.
Welcome to the Capitol. Thank you to everyone, including all of our colleagues, for joining us here tonight. What a fun event. I tell you what, you West Virginians are pretty tough folks. This is pretty cold out here. In Louisiana, we wear shorts and T-shirts sometimes in December, so I will do my best to keep this brief and get us all back inside. I want to give a special thank you to the West Virginia delegation, Senator Manchin and Senator Capito, and Representative Mooney and Representative Miller for being here. We want to thank you for sharing a small piece of your state's abundant beauty with us in Washington. I also want to thank Chief Randy Moore with the U.S. Forest Service, Jim Kaufman and the staff of the Architect of the Capitol, and of course our wonderful drivers. They've been referenced already, but Jesus Davila, Tim Dean, Gina Jones, and Steve Jones. They safely shepherded, how about that? They safely shepherded this magnificent Norway spruce from the Monongahela National Forest across the country and here to us at the Capitol. You know, I've only been Speaker for a month, and daily I've stood in awe of the staff and the administration that keep us not just the lights on here at the Capitol, but they maintain the beauty and the integrity of this institution. In every capacity, we are public servants and stewards of the American people, and this tree represents so much of what makes America great. As has been said, it was cultivated and harvested from a national forest. It's set forth for viewing in an array of communities across the country, and now it will be displayed for all of America to see right in front of the People's House. The tree is a beautiful tapestry. It's adorned with handmade ornaments from the Shawnee tribe and communities across West Virginia. It was accompanied by hundreds of essays, including the winning essay from Ethan Reese, who I am so excited to introduce to you in just a moment. The tree is truly the people's tree. It, of course, represents also a great American tradition. It also signifies, of course, the beginning of this season of Christmas and the birth of the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. His birth is the reason for this season, and amid all the Christmas festivities, we cannot lose sight of that fact. This Christmas, let us be resolute in our gratitude, joyful at the miracle of Jesus' birth and resurrection, and mindful of the assurance that God's love will bring you peace and hope during this most joyous season. On behalf of my wife Kelly and our family and all the support staff and volunteers who made this happen, and the People's House, we wish all of you a Merry Christmas. So joining us here to illuminate the tree and provide the hallmark moment that you've all been waiting for, I am proud to introduce, as was said, the pride of West Virginia, Mr. Ethan Reese. Come on up, Ethan. His winning essay was selected out of 400 entries. Ethan is a talented fourth grader from Beverly Elementary School in Beverly, West Virginia, and he's been gracious enough to come kick off the holiday season in our nation's capital. Please give a warm West Virginian welcome to Ethan. Come on up here, buddy.
My name is Ethan Reese, and I'm at 4th grade at Beverly Elementary School. I live very close to where the Capitol Christmas tree is from, the Monongahela National Forest. I spend a lot of time there with my family, and I'm the great-great-grandson of one of the very first supervisors of the Monongahela National Forest. The biggest reason I love West Virginia's forests and public lands is because they allow me to spend time with my family. I take photographs with my dad, hike with my mom, fish with my grandpa, identify wildflowers with my grandparents, travel and explore with my parents, and camp with all my family. One of my favorite things to do in West Virginia's forests and public lands is to identify plants and animals, especially birds. I did see a black bear once, which was pretty exciting. I really enjoy wildflower identification the most. My parents and grandparents, I get it honest because my grandfather is a biologist and my great-grandfather is a botanist. My great-grandfather even rediscovered the plant on Sheep Mountain that was thought to be extinct in West Virginia. When I travel around the state with my parents, I like to watch for wildflowers, listen to birds, and smell the fresh air. The sounds of the rivers are very relaxing, and I have visited many places in West Virginia, but still have a lot of other places I would like to visit. Our forests and public lands were something that allowed me and my family to still get outside and do stuff during the pandemic. For us, most of that was the Monongahela Hill National Forest, where I visited the virgin timbers on Cheat Mountain for the first time. My grandma was a retired history teacher, and she told us that over 100 years ago, most of West Virginia looked like those virgin timbers. I learned that most of our forests were clear-cut long ago, but there were many people who helped restore our forests. One of those people was my great-great-grandfather, Arthur Wood, who became supervisor of the Monongahela Hill National Forest in 1931. He set a plan in motion to plant millions of trees to rebuild the forest for future generations. Thanks to those efforts, I'm looking at my generation knows the Mountain State as one covered in endless trees and wonderful wildflowers and home to many wild animals. I love that I have a great connection to one of West Virginia's forest treasures, the Monongahela Hill National Forest, through family history and my love of nature. I am excited that the Capitol Christmas tree is from the forest where I love to explore, and I know my great-great-grandfather would be so happy that almost 100 years later, our beautiful Monongahela Hill National Forest and other state lands have been kept endlessly wild and wonderful.
Good job. Great job, buddy. Let me say a word. Not just wait 1 second. He wants to light the tree. We're going to do that. What a great representative for West Virginia. That was awesome, buddy. That was really awesome. What an exceptional essay and a job well done. And now my wife Kelly and Ethan and I have the honor of lighting the tree. We want to start with a countdown. Can we do that? You want to do that? All right, here we go. Get ready. Here's the button up here. It's a big switch. Don't do it too soon. All right. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Great job, man.
Well done.